Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 9 of the EFRL Truck Series. We are live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Live Free or Die 100. Current temperature in New Hampshire, we have 114 degrees. No, that's the track temp. Whoa, that is hot. These guys are going to burn through some tires. 80 degrees ambient air temperature, 55% humidity. This track is just barely over a mile. This one is going to be a little bit different from what we're used to. I've already been watching some of these guys in practice, and they're having to shift going through the corners to keep them RPMs up to get a good launch coming off. It's going to make for an interesting night. You could see some guys not shift properly, possibly break the back ends of their truck loose and come around as they exit the turn. Key tonight is going to be tires, tires, tires. This track is notoriously bad for chewing up tires. Right now we're riding on board with Donnie Bartlett. Before these guys get to their qualifying runs, we are going to go over the point standings. We will start off with the team standings. Currently, Misfit Toys Motorsports is at 824. In second, staying strong, is Far North Motorsports. That number 21 truck of Donnie Bartlett right there is a proud team member of Far North Motorsports. Sitting in third, we've got Dak Fu Enterprises with Mr. Daniel Park's truck on top of the tires, looking a little roughed up. Sporting that all the dirt paint scheme. Proud member of Dak Fu Incorporated Enterprises. In fourth, we've got Tyler Aspinall Racing. Tyler hasn't had the best of luck this season. He's had some good runs, but not the best of finishes. In fifth, we got Adara Esports. Mr. Consistency, Zach Thornton, part of that team. In sixth, we got Darnell Racing. Seventh, Mooselander Racing, JTD Motorsports, and TriStar Motorsport. Alright, so let's go over our overall point standings. Leading the field, Mr. Josh Fox, last season's champion, coming on strong so far this season, and we are almost at the halfway point tonight. This is race number 9. We have a 20 race season. In second, Nick Fuller, part of Tyler Aspinall Racing. In third, we got Mr. Wayne Lowe. Wayne's had a great season so far. Dean DeMurray sitting in fourth. Couple wins already. Frank Hughes coming off the win last night in the Falcon Graphics Cup Series. Had a late race charge for him to bring home the trophy. In sixth, we got Tyler Aspinall. In seventh, Austin Green. In eighth, we got Mr. Daniel Park. Ninth, John Bartlett. 10th, Dominic Hughes. 11th, Justin Hughes. 12th, we got Donnie Bartlett. In 13th, we got Will Cloud. 14th, we got William George. Zach Thornton in 15th. Brian Lazaro at 16th. Jeff Israel in 17th. Daniel Jersey in 18th. Paul Irvin in 19th. In 20th, we got Mr. Stoney Benfield. Matt Cochran in 21st. Landon Lacey. Landon has had a couple wins so far this season, but he's missed some races and didn't start on time, so he is down in the points. We have Lee Krause, Daniel Sparks, James Coy, Forrest Smith, Joe Darnell, Dean Qualley. Lost 6 positions. He's been missing a couple races, had a computer malfunction. And Jesse Adams in 30th. We got 2 minutes left of practice for these guys to hammer out the nails and get everything ready to go. Figure out the fastest way around this 1 mile track. We're adding to the collection. Alright, we got a minute and a half left before we get to qualifying. How's everybody doing tonight? If you are watching on Twitch or Facebook, please give a like and a follow. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, just give a subscribe if you want to chat with us tonight. If you are looking for a league to race in, currently the EFRL has racing 4 nights a week. Monday we have the Falcon Graphics Cup Series with the Gen 6 cars. Tuesday night right here with me on All the Dirt we have the EFRL Truck Series. On Wednesdays we have the Four Cloak Media Next Gen Series. And then on Thursdays, just to be different, we get dirty. We got the Falcon Graphics Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So if you're looking for a fun place to race, looking for some good friends, check out the links in the race description for tonight. If you're looking for some merch for your favorite teams, if you want a Josh Fox t-shirt, check out the links in the bio for the All the Dirt merch. Looking at that highlighter colored car of Mr. Austin Green riding around. Austin's currently 11th on the leaderboard, 0.27 off the pace. Austin is one of those longer run guys. He's always coming back from the back of the field. Last night he started almost dead last, had a top 10 finish. For those who aren't too familiar with NASCAR history, this track, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, is the track that Kyle Petty unfortunately lost his son Adam at. Adam crashed in the corner, slapped the driver's side car against the wall. That was in a time before we had the safer barriers, and unfortunately Adam is no longer with us. Kyle started the Victory Junction group, or retreat, in honor of Adam, to help out disabled children. It's a very good cause, well respected among the NASCAR community. Alright, qualifying is about to commence. Let's see who we can find. Larson Parker looks like he's on the track. Let's see if we can't jump on board with him. Larson was a super late model series champion with us a couple seasons ago before we switched. So let's see what Larson can do. This is kind of like a short track. Larson going way high up in that wall, getting a long run coming off of turn number 2. You can hear him downshift. That lap is going to put him in 4th. Frank Hughes. Oh, Frank just was replaced by Dean DeMer, jumping on top of that leaderboard with a 30.46. Talking with some of the teams earlier, they looked at roughly about 40 laps for a green flag run on fuel. Tires are going to wear out a lot quicker, so you can go the 40 laps on fuel, but whether or not you want to. These guys have 3 sets of tires, 4 counting the one that's on the car, so they might break this up into 3 segments. We have 100 laps to go tonight. Ooh, Aspinall loose coming out of turn number 2. Oh, sorry, turn number 4, but he still lays down a quick time for third. We'll see if he's able to improve on that for a second lap at all. Tyler recently switched over to Fords from Chevy's, little manufacturer squabble there, and he decided to bail ship and jump to Ford. Not able to improve on his second lap. Oh, it's right on board with Mr. Josh Fox for his qualifying runs. First lap at a 30.91 will put him in 15th. Second lap, he jumps up to 7th. We got Mr. Paul Irvin on the track, trying to get in some time here before we run out. That 51 truck has been quick, but unable to capitalize. He's been caught up in some wrecks. Gets one lap in at a 30.59. That'll put him in 7th. Zach Thornton jumps to the top of the leaderboard with Landon Lacey right behind him. This is going to be an epic battle. We saw these guys battling out last week, and Thornton was able to save the fuel better than anybody else. Ran out coming to the line, but still was able to capture that victory. Zach has won quite a few races with us. Looks like so far this season in the trucks he's got 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 2 top 10s. And we are gridding up. We will go over our starting positions. Starting in first, Zach Thornton. Outside of him, we got Landon Lacey. Row number 2, we got Dean Demur, Tyler Aspinall. In row number 3, we got Will Cloud and Frank Hughes. Row number 4, we got Paul Irvin and Josh Fox. Row number 5, we got Stoney Benfield and Forrest Smith. Row number 6, Daniel Park and Larson Parker. Row number 7, we got Neil Rutt and Wayne Lowe. Row number 8, Justin Hughes, Dominic Hughes. Row number 9, Will George and Michael Sparks. Row number 10, Nick Fuller and Mr. Dean Qualley himself. In row number 11, we got Matt Cochran and Dustin Carroll. In row 12, we got Joe Darnell and Austin Green. And bringing up the last row, we got the twins. We got the Bartlett brothers from Far North Motorsports, Donnie and John Bartlett. Good luck, gentlemen. I'm expecting, well, I'd like to say I'm expecting some long green flag runs, but this is a tricky track, and it's easy to lose the back end of your truck. Looks like Thornton's got a little bit of a blinky issue tonight. We will focus on Landon Lacey so we don't lose the field as we come to green. Pardon me, we're going to reload the car textures here real quick. Make sure everybody gets seen in their proper cars. Lacey on the outside, Thornton on the inside, pace car dips off. We're going green flag racing. The guys were warned before the race to not jump the start and to not change lanes before the start-finish line. Lacey falls back into the clutches of the 41 truck of Dean DeMer. Thornton and Cloud right behind them. Will Cloud in a different truck this season. He's abandoned his Cheez-Its truck, went to a Sun Chips truck. Ooh, 41 gets a little loose. These guys are battling side by side. Oh, and our first caution is out.
Good job, bud. Tell me what you got quickly.
See if we can catch what happened back here at the back. Oh, Donnie just gets clipped by his brother John just a little bit. They'll be maybe discussing that afterwards. Looks like there might have been a second issue here. Ooh, the 51 truck come around and got into the 93. Let's back that up, see what happens. Irwin sends it in a little too hard. Him and the 61 touched door to door. Oof. He locked it down good, but some guys just didn't have any time to react and nowhere to go. First caution of the night. I'm not sure if that would have been called on Donnie being in the back of the field and there was no cars around him. To me, kind of looked like the 51 would have been the cause of that caution, but we'll wait and see who gets the EOL. Uh, 54 tries to fake him out, dumping down pit road. No one bought. I haven't heard yet who's going to be getting an EOL, if anybody. Looks like Zach's internet has straightened out just a little bit. He's no more blinking. That's nice. Makes it a little more confident for the guys racing around him. Yeah, John, we hope Far North is going to be strong tonight, but we're not off to a good start. Thorson lead us back to green. He jumps out to a good jump. Tyler Aspinall looking to make a move on teammate. No, sorry, he is not his teammate, but he's looking to make a move on Lacey. Trying down low, running that bottom line. You got to be careful not to push up, and you have to be real careful on cornet exit not to lose the back end of your truck. I know John said the Far North Motorsports boys are just going to kind of ride around for 80 laps and try to stay out of trouble. Hopefully that's a good strategy. Check in on John right there. Looks like 3 out of the 4 Far North Motorsports trucks are grouped pretty evenly there. Right behind the all the dirt truck of Mr. Josh Fox. The truck was painted by Falcon Graphics. Actually, all the Far North Motorsports trucks were painted by Falcon Graphics, along with the 90 and the 09 of DACFU Enterprises Incorporated. Bartlett's looking down low, maybe trying to get a run off that 90 truck. Doesn't look like him or Donnie got too much damage from their light contact they had. Ooh, Aspinall's around. See if we can back that up and see what started that one. Kinda looks like the 81 got into the back of him, but let's get a different angle on that and see what we can see. Well, the 92 got into the back of the 48, and then the 81 got into the back of the 92, causing the 92 to get loose and spin it around, but it doesn't look like he collected anybody. We'll let this finish playing out here. Tyler in his 213 simware.com truck. And if you go there and use the code name Aspinall, I do believe at checkout, you get a discount on your products at 213simware.com. Alright, we are 13 laps in. Tyler is diving down pit road. Lacey's on pit road. Cochran, Dean Qualley, Joe Darnell, Dustin Carroll. Dustin's in from that crash earlier. He's been in the pits for 7 minutes already. So these guys jumped in, topped off fuel, maybe changed their tires. Could be trying to get off on pit strategy just to see what happens. 2 cautions in, lap number 13. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight and spending your Tuesday night with us here at All the Dirt. I'm Mick Olofsson. I'm bringing you the action flag to flag tonight. We are lap 14, second caution in. A lot of racing left to do yet at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We are with the EFRL Truck Series, the Live Free or Die 100. That quote dates back to New Hampshire's history. That was their motto during the Civil War, or not during the Civil War, during the Revolutionary War. One of the original colonies. Alright, these guys should be lining back up side by side. Thornton will get pick. Looks like he's going to stay down low for the restart. If you are looking for a place to go, looking for a fun time to race, oh, and it looks like the 81 was credited with the spin on that one, so he's going to be dropping to the end of the longest line. EFRL has racing 4 nights a week. Monday nights we got the Falcon Graphics Cup Series with the Gen 6 cars. Tuesday night we got the Truck Series. We're here every week. Wednesday nights we have the Four Cloak Media Next Gen Series. And then Thursday nights we get dirty. We got the Falcon Graphics Pro Late Model Series. Thornton's coming out of turn number 4. He's going to lead us back to the green flag. Thornton is an expert at restarts and timing. Gets a good jump. He's got his teammate Will Cloud right on his tailgate to give him a good push. Slides up to get a little better entry into the corner. 48 bumps a little bit with the 41 as they entered the corner. Ooh, 41 gets loose as they exited the corner. Looked like he might have gotten into that wall just a little bit and it shot him hard left. Frank Hughes looking to make a move on the 41 truck. Then we got Stoney Benfield, and we got the 04 of Wayne Lowe. Returning to the EFRL, we got Mr. Neil Rutt. He is currently up to 11th. Congratulations, Neil. Thanks for coming back with us. I know work and life sometimes get hectic, but we're happy to have you back, bud. If you want to give a shout out to your favorite driver, just drop it in the chat. If you are on YouTube, you do have to subscribe to chat with us. That's just to keep the unwanted bots down. '61's got a little bit of a right side damage, maybe from contact with another car or contact with the wall. Thornton continues to set the pace. That last lap with fresh tires was Landon Lacey at a 31.05. Thornton was a 31.45. Lacey is up to 8th after pitting during that last caution. Looking to the inside of Justin Hughes in that 03 truck. And coming up on Stoney Benfield. So we'd only had 14 laps on these tires when he pit, and it looks to have made a huge difference on how that truck is handling. Be interesting to see how his strategy plays out if we have green flag pit stops later on. Lacey's underneath Wayne Lowe, looking to make a move on Frank Hughes as we come down into turn number 4. And just like that, Lacey's taken third away from the 48 truck of Cloud. New tires, and he's on a tear to make them count. For the guys that stayed out, they're about halfway on their run. And Lacey will be able to stay out about 10 to 13 laps longer than they will. Aspinall also pitted at the same time, but he hasn't been able to recover as fast as Lacey has. Lacey trying to close the gap on Dean Demers. These guys have set up a little bit of a cushion now over fourth place of Will Cloud. Lacey making the move on the 41 truck. Sends it in a little hot, slides up in front of him right in the middle of the turn. See if he can maintain his momentum coming off and hold on to that position. The 41 truck pushing him down the back straightaway. Lacey driving it in deeper than the 41 was. And that'll be what the fresh tires did for him there. He's catching Thornton. He's reeling him in. I'm guessing less than 5 laps. We're going to see a lead change for the first time tonight. Thornton's lead down to just 0.2 of a second. Zach sees that Toyota all over his back bumper, getting nervous. Lap 27, Thornton still blinking in and out every once in a while. Makes it a little difficult for Lacey to try to make a pass when he doesn't know where Zach is exactly on the track or where he might be. Lacey looking to make a move coming out of turn number 4. He's got the low line. Oh, my bad, that was turn number 2. Lacey making his move for the lead at the stripe. Still going to be Thornton by half a truck. The longer these two battle side by side, the more Demers is going to be able to catch him. Oh, we have a caution number 3. Looks like Mr. Will George. See if we can get a different angle on that. Looks like Justin Hughes might have actually caused that one. '96 is George on the high side. Oh, they never really touched. That looks like it's going to be net code on that one. They were close, but sometimes iRacing anticipates something that doesn't actually happen, and that's what we refer to as net code. Oh, so close. Saves it from hitting those tires and doing more damage to his truck. Got a little bit of damage to the right rear quarter panel. Should be able to continue with minimal repairs. Lacey and Thornton coming out of pit road. Lacey might have gotten a pit road violation. Looks like he came above that yellow stripe before he was supposed to. We'll see what happens when these guys cycle back through. Currently, Neil Rutt is in the lead with Matt Cochran in second, and Dean Qualley was up to third, but he just pit in. Looks like Neil Rutt, the only truck who hasn't pit. Cochran pit on lap 3 and lap 12. And everybody else pit on this caution. So even those guys that did pit on lap 12 other than Cochran, they are back on the same pit strategy as everybody else. The only one who hasn't pit is that Neil Rutt in that 34 machine. His tires are going to be used up when we go back green flag racing. Alright, side by side, Rutt looks like he is optioning to start on the high side for this one.
Green flag.
Ooh, the Cochran spins the tires, gets all kind of loose. Take evasive action behind him. Rutt gets a good start. He's going to be leading Thornton around as we go into turns 1 and 2. Thornton makes short work of Neil Rutt in the 34 truck. Neil's on those old tires. Lacey and the 41 of Demur are also going to make their moves to get by him. Tyler Aspinall working his way back up to the top 5 after that spin earlier. Oh! Saw Wayne Lowe getting sideways. He's able to straighten it back out. Oh, Frank Hughes has crashed.
Throughout the course of that last run, did you see any rubber laying down at all?
We'll see if this was a result of Lowe getting sideways. The 09 gets a little sideways, and Frank has to try to avoid missing or avoid hitting him. Frank's gonna dirt track it through the grass just a little bit. Bring that truck to a stop on the access road. Frank was having a good run. He was battling for the top 5 position earlier. We'll look to see him make his way back to the front. Got the other trucks who didn't pit earlier pitting now. Rutt, member of the Misfit Toys Motorsports, overshoots his pit. Had to back up. He'll be getting a 4-tire change here. Dean Qualley with his Lincoln Welders F-150. A little bit of front end damage, a little bit of side damage on that thing. John Bartlett up 17 spots so far. John is our biggest mover of the race so far. John is sitting in the top 10 in points, looking to make his way up towards the front before we start our playoffs. That should be coming up pretty quick. That'll add some excitement to our point standings. Daniel, why aren't you racing tonight? Jesse Adams says, go DEI, wish I was out there tonight. See Joe Darnell jumping down pit road. Probably looking for a little splash of gas before we go back green flag racing to give himself a little bit of advantage so he can go a little bit longer than the rest of these guys. Thornton back in the lead. These guys are getting ready to go green this time by. Pace car is going to be dipping off as we come out of turn number 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Got Lacey chasing down the 35 truck. Tyler Aspinall in third with Demur looking to the inside of Aspinall as they come out of turn number 2. We got the 81 of Smith working his way back up to the front. He got a little bit of front end damage on his truck. Number 90, Mr. Josh Fox, last season's champion. Up to his 6th. He's up a couple positions from where he started. Stoney Benfield shows 75 on his truck, but it's actually number 70. He is currently sitting in 7th position. Michael Sparks having a good run this week. Michael struggled just a little bit in the last couple races. I don't think he's made it past lap 10. He is currently up to 8th, up 10 spots from his starting spot. Nick Fuller in the 14 truck, making a move underneath of Sparks, up 11 positions. Dominic Hughes been pretty quiet tonight. It looks like he's been in a little bit of excitement. Got some back end damage. Will Cloud trying to chase him down. Will is normally a front runner. Must be on a little bit different pit strategy. He's back in 11th currently. John Bartlett in that number 11 truck, up 14 positions to 12th. Having a good solid run for Far North Motorsports. Brother Donnie right behind him. Those two touched early on, but not a whole lot of damage, and they've made a good recovery. Mr. Frank Hughes, we saw him go for a ride just a little bit ago. He is up to 14th. Didn't get any damage. Looking to make a move on the 21 truck of Bartlett to take over that 12 spot. Will George in that U.S. Air Force painted up truck. If I knew a little more about it, I could probably tell you which kind of airplane that was painted after, but a nice, good-looking truck. Doesn't matter which one it's painted after, it's still a good-looking truck. He's recovered nicely from his crash earlier. He's up to 15th. Cochran spun the tires on that last restart, almost cost him. He's got some fresh rubber on there now, looking to get back into the action. 34 of Rutt going by him, along with the 04 of Wayne Lowe. Daniel Park currently is sitting in 19th. He has dropped 8 spots. Got some pretty heavy front end damage to that truck. Joe Darnell in his number 2 Body Armor Edge Menards truck. Austin Green in that highlighter painted truck. He's got some side damage, grazed the wall. Dean Qualley making his return to the Truck Series tonight after having some computer problems. Justin Hughes' truck looking a little bit used up. Got damage done to both sides of that one. Not much has changed up front. We still got Thornton leading Lacey, Aspinall, and Demur.
Yellow's out. Do you see the pit sign now, or is it get more acclimated to it, or is it still difficult?
Forrest Smith has crashed. Let's see what brought that on. Looks like he's battling with the 92 truck. Aspinall makes a move to go down low. No contact as of yet. Aspinall pushes up hard in the corner, comes right up into the 81 truck. He backs it up into the wall. Doesn't look like anybody else is involved. Lacey and Bartlett have stayed out. Most of these people last pitted on lap 30, so we're halfway through this run. Lacey and the two Bartletts stayed out, along with Lowe, Will George, Dean Demur. No, sorry, Dean Demur will be the first truck that pitted. He did beat Zach Thornton out of the pits. This is going to shake things up when we go back to green. These guys out front are going to have 20 lap older tires. This could be chaotic. Thanks for joining us tonight at All the Dirt. I'm Mick Olofsson, bringing you flag-to-flag coverage of the EFRL Truck Series Live Free or Die 100 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're on lap 54 and under our fifth caution of the evening. So leader gets lane choice. Looks like Lacey has chosen the high line. That'll put John Bartlett in that number 11 Polaris truck on the inside as we come back to take the green flag. All restarts are on the leader, so the 54 is the control vehicle. He will set the pace and when he decides when it's time to go. Pace car's off. Lacey and Bartlett lead us to the green flag. Lacey leads Bartlett by a half a second. Oh, Bartlett lost a couple positions there. These guys with the fresher tires starting to come around. Demur, Lowe, Cloud, Fox and Thornton all on fresh tires. Bartlett and Lacey have 20 lap old tires. The difference is going to be huge and noticeable almost immediately. We are only 2 laps into this run, and already these guys are closing the gap very quickly on that 54 truck. Dean Demur is right on his back bumper, followed by Cloud, Thornton, and Lowe battling it out for 5th place right now. Demur looking low as they're coming out of turn number 4. Not quite able to make the pass yet. He will try it again in turns 1 and 2. Will Cloud right on his bumper, waiting for him to make the hole to go through. Lacey holding up strong on that second groove. Demur's going to get a good run off on turn number 4 this time. Lacey still had it at the line. Now Demur's completed the pass and taken over the lead.
Caution is out. Hold your position.
Caution number 6 on the track.
No, man.
Stoney Benfield has crashed. Stoney's in that number 75 truck on the track, but it's number 70 on our ticker. Let's see what happened with Stoney. Coming out of turn number 2, he is looking low underneath the 21 of Donnie Bartlett. Oh, Donnie comes down a little bit, gets into the right rear quarter panel. 75 goes around. Very light contact with the wall. Doesn't collect any other drivers. Minimal damage to the 75 from that. Nice save. That is gonna, unfortunately, probably tear up a set of tires. That definitely could have been a lot worse on that one. This will put everybody in the pit window if they choose to pit. But the front half of the field has not. John Bartlett, Donnie Bartlett just exited pit road. This is going to be interesting to watch. Darnell has just went into the pits. Well, the guys that pitted this time should have enough fuel to make it to the end. Demur, Cloud, Thornton, Fox, Hughes, Fuller, Sparks, Rutt, Cochran, Hughes, they are going to be questionable on fuel. They will have to go into save mode. They'll be clutching it going into the corners, maybe under caution, shutting it off. Anything they do can get an extra lap. 38 laps to go. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going green next time by. See if Dean is going to take the high side or the low side. It looks like he's committed to the high side. That will give Will Cloud in that 48 truck the low line and his teammate right behind him. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight with all the dirt. Myself and the EFRL Truck Series, bringing you flag-to-flag coverage live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Coming out of turn number 4, Dean Demers, Will Cloud leading us to the stripe. Dean Demers got a good lead over Zach Thornton in second. 35 laps to go. We'll see if these guys can hold on to the lead and if they have enough fuel to make it to the end.
Caution. How you doing in there, kid?
Caution is out for the 6th or 7th time. Looks like Austin Green was involved. We'll see what happened there. Ooh, Austin hard into the outside wall. Park gets into the back of him and actually spins him afterwards. That one's going to be a tough one to call. I wouldn't want to be the race control on that one. 30 laps to go. Demur still hasn't pit. Alright, we got the top 3 trucks that haven't pitted. They look like they are on a fuel strategy window, trying to make it last. We got Bartlett, Lacey, Aspinall, Low Park, Benefield, and Smith who pit right around lap 61, 62. They have enough fuel to make it to the end. And they have 10 lap fresher tires. It'll be interesting on this restart. Austin Green has fallen a lap down due to that incident. He does have some damage he's trying to repair. Demur takes the high line for the restart. Mr. Nick Fuller up 17 positions, currently in the number 2 spot. Looking to start on the inside. Does have some front end damage to that truck. Doesn't seem to be hurting him at all. We will have 28 laps to go when we take the green flag. Pace car's dipping off.
Green flag.
Demur gets a good jump. Fuller looks like he spun the tires a little bit, and that's allowed John Bartlett to get by him on the high side, taking over second place for John Bartlett. John, the biggest mover of the race right now, up 24 positions from the starting spot. Fuller in third, Aspinall and Fox and Lacey. You could throw a blanket over those 3 trucks. Oh no! John Bartlett gets loose coming out of the corner, doesn't hit anything, gets into the inside wall, no caution. Oh, gets clipped!
Caution, caution. Fuck is a goddamn caution for? Wreck. 10-4. These flash crashes, I've had no idea what's going on. Alright.
Not sure who that was that had contact with John while he was in the grass. The 34 of Neil Rutt. Let's back that up and see what happened to Rutt. Why he was way down there. Looks like the 83 comes down into the 21 of Donnie Bartlett. Neil Rutt's right behind those 2 trucks. Rut gets a hard hit on that 11 truck sitting in the grass. After that, currently up front, we got Dean Demers in the 41, Tyler Aspinall in the 92. We got Josh Fox in the number 90 truck. In fourth, we got Forrest Smith. Zach Thornton back up to fifth. Wayne Lowe in sixth. Frank Hughes in seventh. Will Cloud in eighth. Donnie Barlick currently sitting in ninth place. Did take some front end damage. We'll see how well that's going to play out for him. Michael Sparks in 10th. Will George in 11th. Justin Hughes in 12th. Matt Cochran in 13th. Dominic Hughes 14th. And rounding out 15th, we got Landon Lacey. We'll be 23 to go when we come back around and take the green flag. Demers been up front most of the night. Aspinall's had to up and down night. He had to come from the back after spinning out earlier. Austin Green was the recipient of the waiver round. He is back on the lead lap. Coming into turn 4, we got Aspinall and Demers. Demers is the control vehicle. He will control when we go back to green flag racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Great jump by the 41 truck. Did not spin the tires. We'll see if these other guys who are on fresher tires can reel them in. We got 20 laps to go. 22. Huge crash. Hughes, Lowe, Smith. Three wide at New Hampshire is generally not a good idea. Wayne Lowe gets into the right rear quarter panel of the 81 truck. '04 has saved it. The 81 stayed in it, trying to regain control. Comes back down into the '04 truck. They're going to collect the '03 of Justin Hughes. Sparks and Bartlett sneak by on the bottom line. A lot of damage done to those three trucks. Demers and Fox have finally pitted. That's going to hand the lead over to Aspinall. Aspinall, another truck that hasn't pitted since lap 60. He had enough fuel to the end, but he ain't going to have the tires to hold off the 35 truck. You see the number 11 of John Bartlett flying around the field. He got the wave around. That will put him back on the lead lap. This is a very tough track, and it has shown it tonight. We are on our 9th caution of the evening. It'll be interesting to see what line Aspinall will take when we go back green flag racing. Most of the leaders have chosen to restart on the high side. Tyler Aspinall is our first ever EFRL Truck Series winner, and apparently also your sister's favorite driver. Tyler, along with Thornton and Cloud, are some of our youngest drivers in here. But age doesn't show skill, and these guys definitely have the skill. 34 career wins for Tyler Aspinall. Now whether those are all league races, or if those are official races, I am unsure. Aspinall is choosing for the high line. Will be 16 to go when we take the green flag. Thanks for joining in. We are live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the EFRL Truck Series. Just about to go back green from our 9th caution tonight. 16 laps to go and we take the green. Thornton on fresh tires, Aspinall on old tires. Gotta be careful not to spin him when he starts. He gets a good jump. Thornton right on his bumper as we head in down into turns number 1 and 2. Thornton making his move underneath the 92 with those fresh tires, going to make his stick slide up in front of him as they exit turn 4. Aspinall right on his bumper, trying to maybe make a crossover move. Thornton's able to drive it in a little bit deeper. Ooh, Aspinall got real loose coming out of the turn number 2. It's going to allow Will Cloud to get underneath them entering 3 and 4. Aspinall gets a good run coming out, trying to make up some ground back on the 48. Frank Hughes dives to the inside of the 92. Oh, almost touched on the exit. Stoney Benfield back up to 5th place after having some problems earlier, got spun out. Almost, well, he made contact with the outside wall, but very light contact. Hasn't affected his truck. He's running back up into 5th. Aspinall on the wall. Hughes takes a hard left to avoid him. Ends up down in the grass. Looked like Hughes saw him get into the wall and kind of overcorrected. Oh, and he was loose coming out of the corner. Hard into that inside wall, back up onto the racing surface. That's what brought out the caution. .12 laps to go. We'll see if Aspinall stays out on those old tires. If he opts to pit now, this is going to be his last chance, I'm guessing. If he doesn't pit now, even if he pits later, those new tires are not going to be enough to help him. Nope, he stays out. Alright, well these guys are under caution. We're going to take a quick break. Alright, we are currently 10 to go under caution. 10th caution of the evening. This track, very flat track, very tricky to drive. These guys are downshifting in the corners, so it makes it a little more difficult to drive. We will run down the top 10 real quick as we get ready to go back green flag racing. We got Zach Thornton leading the race right now. We got Will Cloud currently in second. Tyler Aspinall in third. Tyler's on old tires. Has enough fuel to make it to the end, but with the tires it's going to be difficult. Stoney Benfield in that number 75 machine from North Carolina. Donnie Bartlett currently in fifth. He's up 20 positions from the start of this race. Matt Cochran up 15 spots. He's in sixth. Landon Lacey in seventh. Michael Sparks in eighth. Nick Fuller in ninth, and Daniel Park in that 09 machine up to 10th. Thornton leads us to the green flag with teammate Cloud right beside him. Stoney Benfield trying to make a move on Tyler Aspinall on the outside. Not quite. Benfield's going to try to do a crossover move as they head down into turn number 3. Tyler's got those older tires. It makes it hard for him to hold onto that bottom line. We've already seen him make contact with the wall a couple times on pit or on corner exit. Donnie Bartlett currently in fifth. Got Matt Cochran looking to make a move on him on the inside. Landon Lacey, the race leader early on, Trying to make a move on Cochran. Lacey sends it in hard and just drives right into the 21 of Bartlett. Just pushes him out of the way. Six laps to go. These guys are getting antsy, looking to make something happen. Benfield still trying to reel in the 92 truck, unable to make a pass on him. We got 4 laps to go. Thornton stretching out his lead over Cloud to just over a second currently. Dean Qualley sneaking into the top 10 as he passes Bartlett. Bartlett trying to battle back on the outside. We got 3 laps to go. Cochran, Fuller, and Fox running nose to tail. 2 laps to go. Lacey looking to make it a 3-way battle for that 3rd position, getting underneath of the 75 truck. Dean DeMer making his nose presence. Ooh, 3 wide. 75 gets a little bump onto the 92 of Aspinall. Oh, and DeMer crashes last lap. Caution won't come out. Cloud's still in. Lacey in 3rd, Cloud in 2nd. Thornton's going to lead it at the line, bringing home his 2nd win of the season. What a finish. Dean DeMer trying to make something happen. Got loose coming out of the corner. Crashes on the back straightaway. We'll let these guys line up on the front stretch and we will get interviews. Landon Lacey pushing the 41 around the track. Let Lacey get lined up for our picture. All right. We'll see if these gentlemen are ready for their interviews. Thornton, Cloud, Lacey are top three. Tyler Aspinall manages to hold on for a fourth place finish. Stoney Benfield in fifth. Josh Fox in sixth. Nick Fuller in seventh. Dean Qualley up 12 positions from his starting spot in eighth. Donnie Bartlett in ninth. And rounding out our top 10, Will George. Alright, we got some gentlemen up here ready for some interviews. We will start with our third place finisher, Landon Lacey. Landon, this is Mick up in the booth.
Yes, sir. What's up?
The last couple laps were pretty exciting for you. Looked like you were driving it pretty hard, trying to make stuff happen. You managed to get back up into that third place finish.
Yeah, I kind of, we had so many cautions there in the race. I kind of got behind the eight ball on strategy. I was thinking we would have a little bit longer of a run in the middle of the race, and didn't quite happen that way. But hey, come out here and get a top three at a track that I'm just really don't like this place. But to get a third here is we'll take it and can't wait for next week. Got next week circled on the calendar.
Nice. Yeah, you were out front leading for a while due to your different pit strategy, and it looked like it was going to pan out for you. And then when that caution came out around lap 50, it looked like everybody pit.
Yeah, and I just couldn't pit again. I didn't have the tires, to be able to pit with those guys. So had to use a little bit more strategy there at the end, and just came up a tad bit short.
And looking at your truck, it looked like you might have used the bumper a little bit too.
I got squeezed in the wall off four. I believe it was that second to last caution. Didn't really hurt anything. Was able to, still make some progress and pass a couple trucks there at the end.
Yeah, you were definitely fast.
Yeah, we, not as fast as I'd like to be, but again, I'll take it.
All right, so next week, where are we next week? We just finished New Hampshire. Oh, we're at the Roval, road racing and trucks.
Yes, I've got that circled on. Like I said, I got that circled on my calendar. I've been looking forward to this race for about the past month, and tomorrow night we go there in the Gen 7 car, so I'm ready for that as well.
Well, I would definitely watch out for Tyler Aspinall. He is really good at that track.
I've heard, but we'll see. I haven't gotten a chance to race Tyler on a road course yet, so we'll have to see how that goes.
All right, well, congratulations on your third place finish. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, huge shout out to my teammates at DEI. Thank you to SimRap Market for everything they do. Prodigy Esports. Thank the admins for everything they do. Thank you for broadcasting. And other than that, thank you to everybody that's gotten me here to this point.
All right, we'll see you next week at the Roval. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Second place finisher tonight in that number 48 Sun Chips truck. No Cheez-Its tonight, Mr. Will Cloud.
Yeah, we had a little change of truck to Sun Chips, but overall, I had a great race. I in practice was struggling for pace, and race-wise, I was struggling with right front wear, and I sped on pit road, so it really wasn't looking like a great race. But thankfully, at the end, Zach told me to pit on lap 68 with him, and that ended up being the right pit call, and I was able to come out in second.
Yeah, you guys with those fresh tires when you guys pitted late definitely helped out.
Oh yeah, it did. We were able to get by the guys on old tires, and then the cautions fell and everyone else pit, and they just did not have enough time to catch us.
You were up front most of the night, and I know you said you sped on pit road. Not normally something we see out of you.
Yeah, I don't tend to speed or get that many penalties, but it was just like a quick mistake. I don't even think I was going over 46. I was just 46 for a while, but I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
All right, well, next week we're going to be turning right with these trucks, so we're going to the Roval. How are your chances there?
Oh, I like the Roval as a track. I don't remember how it is in the trucks, but I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yep, I'd like to give a shout out to piercegraphics.com, forcloak.net, and make sure to be your own wave.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you next week at the Roval.
Yep, have a good one.
You too. Here he is. You led a good portion of the race early, had a little different pit strategy, had to work your way back through the field late with those fresh tires, but you managed to put that number 35 truck once again in the right spot at the right time.
Yep, I think I just had the best pace overall, and that just like really helped with the different strategies because there were multiple different strategies. Overall, I just ended up having the winning one, I guess. It's a really good race. I had fun.
Your truck is probably the cleanest out of all the ones I've seen tonight.
Yes, I was actually just looking at that and the results, and I was the only one who finished with the 0x. So, gotta get those bonus points.
Nice. You did fall back in the middle of the pack early on due to the pit strategy. Were you worried that that wasn't going to come back around for you?
No, I always kept pretty good faith in my pit strategy because there are like just a lot of differing ones, and I felt like even though like because me and Will tried to stay on the similar one, so I kept telling him like, don't worry about where we are right now, just worry about where we're gonna end up. Because we just ended up at front for all those pit cycles.
Well, congratulations. Next week, the Truck Series is at the Roval. I know Tyler Aspinall is a tough competitor there. How do you feel about the Roval?
I hate stock cars on road courses. I am awful, and I would love a top 5. Like a top 5 day win.
That would be a win for you?
Yes.
All right. Well, go ahead and give your shout-outs, and hopefully we'll see you in the podiums next week.
Well, of course, got to shout out Will Cloud, my teammate, for being a great teammate as always. You know, gotta love him. Brady Floyd for being a great race control again. Racing incident. Dean for putting it all on, and of course you for broadcasting and doing a wonderful job. And I thank myself and my competitors for doing a great job that race.
Well, thank you once again, and we look forward to watching you race again next week at the Roval.
All right. Well, you might not want to look forward because I'm probably going to do pretty bad, but.
All right, Zach. Well, congratulations on the win again, and we'll catch you all next week.
All right. See you then.
All right. From myself at All the Dirt and from Dean Qualley with the EFRL, thank you everybody for watching, and we will catch you next week at the Roval.